Good evening and welcome to TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show here in the bonny little town of Dumfries, where we do the show from.
Good evening.
There's my wee parrot.
Welcome to TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show.
There you go. My wee parrot's working, so I'm working. You're working. Everybody's here. Good evening, Susie K, Maisie Moo, and their good pal, Keithy K, who's probably still working away. And we have a number of requests this evening. I think it's been a good idea just to change it rather than having the out of the box and the bobs. I think it's good that everybody just gets a shot of playing what they want on TV show, as long as it's soul music. You've got to remember that. And the only hassle we had today, it wasn't even a hassle, it was that my good friend Mike Dunn up in Roxburn had picked a track that was on 2 weeks ago. Now if you pick a track that's on last week or 2 weeks ago, I'm going to tell you that it was on a couple of weeks ago or last week, and I'll ask you to change it. That's the only time we'll do that. If you pick a song that you've already chosen, maybe months or years ago on the show, then I'll put it on the show. That's no problem. Good evening, Mr. Dave Rimmer and his lovely wife Val. Good evening, Mr. Smooth, better known as Mr. Robert Furness, and his lovely wife Lynn down there in Ossett. When I get my new teeth, I'll be able to say Ossett right. And what do you know? We may as well get on with the show. And first up tonight, good evening, Ted from Abergavenny. I'll say it better when I get my teeth. And first up tonight is our good friend, the greatest carpenter in Wales, Mr. Elwyn Jones. Good evening, Martin Taggart, who is plasterboarding tonight. Good on you, Martin boy. And Elwyn tonight, I selected Dave Charles, and I Ain't Gonna Cry No More.
Now I'm all alone. Yeah, my mother told me just how love could be. Yeah, but I still wonder why it had to be on someone like me. I said I ain't gonna cry no more. Ain't gonna cry no more.
Good evening, Gene and Tom Thompson.
Ain't gonna cry no more. No, no, I ain't gonna cry no more. Take me by my hand, and then I want you to tell me that I'm your loving man. Baby, don't you leave me in no misery, 'cause I show you just how strong my love can be. I ain't gonna cry no more. I ain't gonna cry no more. No, 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 I ain't gonna cry no more. Come on, listen to me, baby, 'cause I ain't gonna cry no more. Oh, baby, no, no, I ain't gonna cry no more. Come on, baby, let me take you by the hand. Then I'm gonna tell you that I'm your love man.
Good evening, Mr. Philip Kerr.
I ain't gonna cry no more. I ain't gonna cry no more.
Dave Charles, and I Ain't Gonna Cry No More, sent in by our good friend over there in Cricket, Mr. Elwyn Jones. Next up we go down to a place called Cleethorpes, where you'll find Mr. John Kidd. Mr. John Kidd tonight has selected The Brothers with In the Pocket. Good evening, David, Marion Bennett up there in Dundee. And Liam. Pete and Carol Dunkerley, Stuart Thompson, how you doing, Stuart? Sean Sheraton, good to have you on the show. Kath and John Birch. Sean. Good evening, Johnny and Julie Wood down there in Barnsley. How you doing, guys? That's your record, John, yes? Sound of the Brothers and In the Pocket, sent in by our good friend down there in Cleethorpes, Mr. John Kidd. Next we move down to a place called Northampton, where you'll find a fellow soulie, Mr. Dave Bibby. And Dave tonight has selected the great Ivy Joe Hunter with Where Are You?
Where are you? Where are you? Where is the love that you promised me? Where are you? How could you deceive me and leave me? Lost and alone, now that you're gone, what's to become of me? Long, white, shining light has turned black as night. Hope is a fantasy. It's like an ugly dream from which I get away. I just don't understand what went wrong. Darling, where are you? Where are you? Where is the love that you promised me? Where are you? Oh, how could you deceive me and leave me to go endlessly on? Oh, you in tragedy. I dream unending dreams until it seems that you're still here with me. Without your love, I cannot face reality. I won't believe it so quick. It can't be all over, not so soon. I'm still alone. I still need you so. Darling, where are you? Where are you? Where is the love that you promised me?
Ivy Joe Hunter and Where Are You, sent in by our good friend Mr. Dave Bibby. This next one comes from a good friend Matt Johnson over there in Tuqueer. And Matt has selected Sly and the Family Stone. This is called Everyday People.
Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song.
Good evening, Linda and Dave Haycock.
Stronger and thin makes no difference what group I'm in. I'm everyday people. Yeah.
There is a blue one who can't accept the green one, for living up the bad one, trying to be a skinny one. Different strokes for different folks.
You're welcome, Matt.
So on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
Hi, Linda.
I am no better, and neither are you. We are the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can't figure out the bag I'm in. I'm everyday people.
There is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair, for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. And different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
I'm everyday people.
Sly and the Family Stone and Everyday People, sent in by our good friend Mr. Matt Johnson. Next up, Mr. Alan Kennedy, I believe, is still on holiday, and he doesn't need me to hold it back until later on tonight. He says, because I'll watch it on catch up time, could you please play the Jackson 5? Looking through the window. Good evening, lovely Rochelle McDonald up there in Blair Logie. Yeah, I suppose it's one of their best, John. They did a few great tunes. The Dewsbury Soul Patrol, Aureda and Harvey Lee, how you doing, guys? And the whole of our family. Thank you, Joey. Share the stream, guys. Let the world know you're watching TV or listening. Playing all your fantastic requests. Nice to know, Joey.
Feel that way, where in the night
Cheers, Dave. Let her in, Johnny. Just let her in. The Jackson 5 and Looking Through the Window. They made some great tracks, but that does, and I like how people relate to Michael Jackson's voice when he was younger. It's absolutely fantastic. The stuff he done then, like Ben and stuff like that, it was absolutely incredible for his age. And that was sent in by my good friend Alan Kennedy down in Leeds, but I believe he's on holiday at the moment. Next up, we go back to Griffith, where you'll find the lovely wife of Elwyn, the lovely Lil Jones, who has selected Jackie Monterell. This is called A Poet's Gesture from 1969. Hi, John.
This heart of mine sings out a melody. This heart of mine it's like a rhapsody for you, for you, for you, oh, for you, for you. This heart of mine plays a loveless tune. This heart of mine sings out a song of June. For you, oh darling, for you, for you, oh for you. I love you, I love you, I love you, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. This heart of mine sings out a melody for you, for you, for you, for you, oh God, for you.
Jackie Monterell and A Poet's Gesture from 1969, sent in by the lovely Lil Jones down there in Griffith. And I believe that Elwyn and Lil are away to their sons for Sunday dinner today, and they may be back late, so they'll get it on catch up. It's great that I know where everybody is and everybody's okay and looking after themselves and going for Sunday lunch with the family. Lovely idea. Don't forget, 7:45 tonight we have the Youth Club 3 before 8, and tonight it comes from our good friend down in Liverpool, Mr. Stevie Ledbetter. I kind of caught Stevie on the hop. I sent it to him on Wednesday that he was doing the Youth Club 3 before 8, and he was on holiday. But he says, I'll send them in to him, but he never sent in a story. So he's just getting the 3 tunes. Great tunes he picked as well. Next up, we go up to, I don't know where he is. It could be in Liverpool, Dunfermline, West Africa. He gets about this boy. He goes by the name of Mr. Keith K. And Keith tonight has selected the fantastic Epics. Oh, let's get together.
What's that, man? I joined the club. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on in.
Fantastic Epics, and let's get together. Keezy K will just be finishing his work, so he might join us later. And that was sent in by my good friend Keith K. Next we go up to a place called Blair Logie, way up in Scotland near Stirling, where you'll find the lovely Rochelle McDonald, who has selected the great Eddie Holman. But I love you. You're on holiday, Johnny. You may not be able to tune in. I could have made up a story. You're welcome, Rochelle.
Because I know you want to be. I've been knowing for a long, long time just what's been on your mind.
Yeah, I seen it yesterday down there. Unbelievable.
That you long to be free, but
that Man United game. Unbelievable stuff.
If I love you, you're all that I know.
Good evening, Mr. Marco Hudson and his lovely wife Fiona.
And I'm yours,
Over there in Cartagena.
my darling.
Morning, Snotcher.
Well, you stay all gone. I've been knowing all long, long time just what's been on your mind. And it's no surprise to me that you long to be free. But all I can say to you is I love you.
You play your water in Manchester, Johnny.
All that I know.
No, a host pipe band here.
And I'm yours, my darling. Well, you stay all gone.
Another man with a fantastic voice, the great Eddie Holman. And I Love You, sent in by the lovely Rochelle MacDonald. Next up we go up to a place called Broxburn, where our main man, Mr. Errol Douglas, scored again at the weekend. TeeBee's Sunday Socials supports Errol, and scoring goals for fun. So is Broxburn are third in the league. And we have a great supporter from Broxburn called Mr. Mike Dunn. And Mike tonight has selected the Exits with another sundown in Watts.
My side of town is filled with gloom. So many people, just ain't enough room. But I can't go where the living is good. Oh, how I wanna go, only if I could. All I know is just what I dream, and that's not awful long. Yes, I'll just go to bed and sleep. Another sundown and life is just a mystery to me. Always give and never receive. I'm trying hard to survive, but tell me, how can I keep faith inside when I've got nothing, but I need a lot? And here comes, another sundown. Another sundown in Watts,
He's been on the drink. I know he is.
I work like a dog, and I'm not jiving. To make ends meet, I gotta keep on striving. My work is hard, and my pay is small, but I'm lucky to have a job at all. Still, I ain't got nothing, but I need a lot. And here comes, another sundown in Watts. Another sundown in Watts. Every day, just another sundown. How much more can I
The Exits and another sundown in Watts, sent in by a good friend up there in Broxburn, Mr. Mike Dunn. Next up, we go over to Cartagena, where you'll find the man of the house, Mr. Marco Hudson, who has selected Curtis Hairstone. I Want You All Night.
I want you all tonight, make it right. I want you all tonight.
see you go to bed early tonight, Mr. Johnny Wood. This is the original Eminem remix. You're welcome, Marco. Probably always want groggy. See my wig tooth, don't you? No problem, Groggy, that's cool, pal. Always remember when you're moving house, I need your new address when I'm sending you out things. Good evening, Ian Max in the house. How are we doing, Ian?
Make it right. Make it right. I want you all. I want you all. I want you all tonight. All tonight. Yeah. I want you all. I want you all. I want you all tonight. Make it right.
Good man, Groovy. Harrison and I Want You All Night, sent in by the one and only Mr. Marco Hudson over there in Cartagena. This next track, as we do every week, we always play a memory track for a lovely lady that should still be with us today, the lovely Jackie Williman, who was killed by 4 arseholes who stole her lorry and mowed the woman down when she was out doing her walk. And it was the anniversary, I think Johnny mentioned it last week, or 2 weeks ago was it, of the 13th of September, I think, 14th of September is the anniversary, and it's been 7 years since Johnny and Ryan and Kate lost Jackie, but we always remember her on this show. And tonight, the great man himself, who thinks I'm sexy and blue, has selected the great Ardeen Taylor and Let's Go Somewhere. This is your Justice for Jackie tune.
Live of our own, but we just can't seem to leave others alone.
Yellow love hearts only.
People on the go in this mighty nation, you wouldn't think it'd be time for discrimination. As I'm walking down the street, the people stop and they stare at me. They think I'm different and they want to see. Why don't they let me be? Let's go somewhere, baby, where people don't care, baby. Let's go somewhere, baby, where people don't care, baby. They say my hair's much too long, the way I dress, baby, it's all wrong. So much happens from day to day, just for a reason, come on, play. So let's go somewhere, baby, where people don't care, baby. Let's go somewhere, baby, where people don't care, baby. They don't understand our love, so they make us suffer. They don't know all they've done, judging a book by its cover. Let's go somewhere, where people don't care. Let's go somewhere. In this land of opportunity, they say we're treated with equality. But if we're different, they change the rules and try to make us feel like fools. So let's go somewhere, baby, but people don't care, baby. Let's go somewhere, baby, but people don't care, baby. So come and take me by the hand, together we'll find out the longest land. With yourselves we will have to hide the way we feel deep down inside. So let's go somewhere, baby, where people don't care, baby. Let's go somewhere, baby, where people don't care, baby. Let's go somewhere, baby, where people don't care.
Ardeen Taylor and Let's Go Somewhere, chosen tonight for the lovely Jackie Williman in memory of, from our big brother Johnny down there in Barnsley. It was how did it tip of my tongue there? I can't remember, but I know I've got it in there. I'll tell you in a minute. Next up, we go down to Birmingham, where we will find the reggae man himself, Mr. Rob Farr. And Mr. Rob Farr tonight has selected Camera Soul and I Love You Hard. know who else done it, Fluff. I was thinking along the lines of something else.
We try to live this life together. We try just make it through. 'Cause it's never hard to love.
Next up, the Youth Club, 3 before 8. From Larry.
Baby, I would like to walk with you. Baby, I would like to dream with you. We know how to find each other. We know we will make it through. 'Cause it's never hard to love when I'm with you.
Google it, Fluff.
I will fight for love. Don't leave my side. Gonna love your heart like the first time. I will search for you in everyone. Got to love your heart like the last time, baby.
Good evening, Mr. Mike Dunn's in the house. How you doing, Mike?
Baby, I would like to dream with you. We try to live this life together. We try just to make it through. 'Cause it's never hard to love when I'm with you. I will fight for love. Don't leave my side. Got to love your heart like the first time. I will search for you in everyone. Got to love your heart like the last time. Will fight for love. Don't let my side. Got to love your heart like the first time. I will search for you in everyone. Got to love your heart like the last time.
You may be wrong, Fluff. I think you're thinking of something else. And I'm thinking the same track as you're thinking. Very smooth from the reggae man himself, Mr. Rob Farr. That was Camera Soul, and I Love You Hard. Look at the time, 1945 on the button. And as you all know, at 1945 on TeeBee's Sunday Social, we always play a youth club. We do the Youth Club 3 before 8. And tonight is no other than a good friend from down there in Liverpool, Mr. Stevie Ledbetter. And as I mentioned earlier, I think Stevie and his lovely wife, Laura, I think it is, are on holiday at the moment. And quite a few people on holiday, full story, and Donna are on holiday as well in Lanzarote. So it just depends on where they are, depending on what their internet situation is like, if they can get on the show or not. But don't worry, if Phil doesn't come on, sorry, Lady doesn't come on, he will watch it back tomorrow and I'm sure he will thank you all for your comments that you make next week. So here's number one from Mr. Stevie Ledbetter's Youth Club 3 Before 8. We're going to kick off with the great sound of Odyssey, and it's Native New Yorker. There was a band called Herb and Dawn who done Somebody Somewhere Needs You. Well, that's the one I was thinking of. Daryl Banks done it as well. Somebody Somewhere Needs You. Okay, Bob. Time for a beer, Tommy.
Music plays, everyone's dancing closer and closer, making friends and finding lovers, making more, lost in the shadows, searching for something, someone to set you free from New York City. Where did all those yesterdays go? When you still believe love could really be like the Broadway show.
You'll have to be better now, Johnny.
You were the star.
I'd love to see you try that one, Johnny. Hi, Georgie.
You're a native New Yorker.
Love these tunes. Yeah.
No one owns
Well, thanks.
Like me to leave a bit in it.
What we need. Good evening, Terry and Susan Watson up there in Brecon.
Where did all those yesterdays go?
right, and husband Ian over there in the Pyrenees. Got your guilty pleasure back. Good to have you on the show, Julie. Yeah, fantastic start from Stevie Ledbetter's Youth Club, 3 before 8. And that was number 1, Odyssey's Native New Yorker. Here's number 2. Great sound of the OGs. She used to be my girl. Stevie's number 2 on his Youth Club, 3 before 8.
Ask me how I know, and I'll tell you so. You used to be my girl. I respect her when she's mine. I used to make that.
Oh, that's the right one.
Oh, she wanted more than I could give, but as long as I live, she'll be my girl. She'll be my girl.
Come on, Joey. Gotta get the staff these days, guys.
The girl was so right for me. She's my girl. Had the chance, oh no, I take it back. As a matter of fact, right away, not only the book and
Feel good music.
girl was so smart.
I like it, lady. One of these days, Johnny.
The girls got plenty good love, and ask me how I know, and I'll tell you so. She used to be my girl, my girl. She used to be my girl. She used to be my girl. I would lie on a thing like that. She used to be my
Worked in a few pubs. No Hooters. Hooters wouldn't have a TV. Number 2, Mr. Stevie Ledbetter's Youth Club, 3 before 8. The great sound of the OGs on the Philly label, and Used to Be My Girl. So as I say every week, guys, all I ask you to do is show your appreciation. I know Stevie's not on because he's on holiday, but it's still nice to know that you liked his tunes. And his final tune, I will compile those 3 tracks and other tracks round about that same era that will go along with them tracks, and put them on a CD and send it out to Stevie, all free of charge. I must just say that last week's the lovely Susie Keys I've been busy all week. I've been helping my big mate do a bit of carpet fitting, and I've been really busy, so I never had time to do the CD this week. But I did get it done yesterday, Susie, and I got it posted out to you yesterday, Susie. I'm not usually that late, but you should get it probably the beginning of next week. And the final track from Mr. Steve Ledbetter's Youth Club 3 Before 8 is another great Philly tune from Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. And Don't Leave Me This Way. Well done, Stevie boy. 3 fantastic tracks. I love it.
Don't leave me this way. I can't survive.
Good evening, Mr. Jeff Campbell's in the house. How you doing, Jeff?
Without your love. Don't leave me this way. No, I can't exist. I'll surely miss your touch.
Yeah, the grandson's into vinyl, but he's into that indie crap.
Don't leave me this way.
So I'll be buying him some albums.
Don't leave me this way. Yeah. A broken man with empty hands. Baby, please, please, don't leave me this way. Ah, baby, my heart is full of love and desire for you. Now come on down and do what you gotta do. You started this far, down near my soul. Now can't you see it's burning out the soul? Now come on down and satisfy me and me. 'Cause only your good loving can set me free. Free, free. Don't leave me this way. 'Cause it would be wrong to string along love so true.
The 70s, they were the years.
Don't leave me this way. Don't you understand?
I mean, good youth clubs in the 70s. Kids have got nothing now.
Please, please, don't leave me this way. Yeah, don't leave me this way. I can't survive, can't stay alive without your love. Don't leave me this way.
Sure well, Johnny boy.
My heart is full of love and desire for you. Now come on, darling, do what you gotta do. You started this fire down in my soul. Now can't you see it's burning out of control? Now come on, girl, satisfy me and me. 'Cause only your good loving set me free. I need it right now. Say I need it. I need your loving, baby. Sing your love, your love. Wow. Your love is so important. It don't matter to me. Don't love, baby. Say I love you. I need you. Don't help you. Don't leave me.
Mr. Colin Wignall and Betsy. Good evening, Leslie Lance and Simon.
See where I don't want you to go. See, I love you. You can't go. Will you stay with me? Stay.
What a track. A fantastic three songs there from our good friend from Liverpool, Mr. Stevie Ledbetter, with the Juice Club 3 before 8. And I will hopefully try and get that CD out to you this week, Stevie. Three fantastic tracks, and thanks for all your fantastic comments, guys. They're the kind of tracks that I'm looking for when you do your youth club tracks. Just tracks that remind you of your youth club days. I know some of you maybe not had youth clubs or went to youth clubs, but it'll be roughly in your teenage years when you were listening to them type of songs. It would have been for me anyway. And if you would like, you can add a little story to your Youth Club 3 before 8 as well, just to see where you heard them or where you first heard them or something that happened to you in that era, and just a little story. It's quite nice, and I'm going to save them all up and keep them for my book, which will be coming out in some later years when I'm retired. I don't know when that's going to be. I actually retired in 2016, but I just can't stop, just like Georgie. Right, next, all the regrets, yes, I remember. Jane. And the Basic Rollers as well, Jane. So, next week on TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show, the person who will be picking their youth club at 3 before 8 is actually out tonight. It is the lovely Shaz Kaur. So I will text Shaz tomorrow, because she's out soloing with her man Corky, and I will let her know that she has to pick her 3 tunes. Now, I'm just going to clear up a few things, because a lot of people have probably seen that there's a few people missing that are usually on the show, and one of them is Albert Wilkinson, and another one is Mrs. O. Now, these two people have decided that they are coming off Mixcloud, and Albert has decided that he's coming off Facebook as well. He has his reasons, so just to let you know that you may not see them on the show again, because they have taken off their subscription. So, just to let you know. So you don't ask me every week, where's such and such, what's such. If you want to know where they are, then if you're still friends with them, then message them. They can tell you the reasons why they decided to do what they do. Now, last week, I played a track by a young lady, a young Scots girl called Brooke Coombe. And Brooke is a big up-and-coming star. She just done a new record, and it's very, very Northern Soul-y. And a lot of people have tagged into her album. And I think Ian McDonald actually bought the album by mistake and got it this week. The wardrobe is on today, Julie, yes. But this young lady is at the moment, Brooke Coombe, touring in America with, is it Brooke Benson? Or Benson Brooks or something like that. There's a big star over there, and she's backing him up. And Shaz Kaur has trigged on to the lovely Brooke Coombe as well. And Shaz, this week, has chosen Are You With Me?
Like did you look at me with that sparkle in your eye? I've got one chance to take you back, otherwise I'll lay down and die. According to you, I'll just lay down and die.
I wasn't far away, Ian.
That smoke upon your face showed you get what you want, but not in my house, honey. You won't get to push and jump me around. All I can do is show you I'm doing fine. the feeling that deep down he's got something to hide, and that's just fine. He's just not gonna be mine. Her dirty laundry ended up inside my house. I warned you about this shit, now go and take it round. And while you're at it, leave your keys. Don't you bother coming round to bother me. Are you with me, honey? Are you with me, darling? It's getting tricky, but I feel a fire burning. Are you with me, honey? Are you with me, darling? It's getting difficult, but I can feel it coming. We're getting caught up in the moment, hoping, showing all your doors are open. Caught up in the moment, hoping, showing all your doors are open. Are you with me, honey? Are you with me, darling? One last resort to try and clean up all this mess. Your energy to run around without happiness, it baffles me to an extent. When all these childish games gonna come to an end?
Get out of that splat.
There was a reason that my walls were up so much. I'm dodging bullets like you trying to toughen up. Swept it all under the rug. For so long I thought it must have been love.
Yes, she did, Leslie. Simon.
Are you with me, darling? It's getting tricky, but I feel the fire burning. Are you with me, honey? Are you with me, darling? It's getting difficult, but I can feel it coming. We're getting caught up in the moment, hoping, showing all your doors are open. Caught up in the moment, hoping, showing all your doors are open. Caught up in the moment, hoping, showing all your doors are open. Caught up in the moment, caught up in the moment.
Absolutely fantastic. I love it. And I love what this young girl's doing. And I love her new single. I was going to play it as my monster tune last week, but the lovely Shaz Core beat me to it. But just for you, I may play it again at 8:30 and call it Tam's Monster Tune at 8:30, just in case you missed it last week. Fantastic record. Really oozes with Northern Soul. Right, next. What I would like to say is, last week we started the Secret Santa Fund, and I put up the TeeBee's Motown 3, all the tracks that I've played on the show from TeeBee's Motown 3, all the unreleased tracks, the album tracks, the seller of Motown tracks, they're all that had never been picked on the show. I put them all onto one stick and offered you all if you wanted to buy them, and all the money goes to the Secret Santa Fund, which started at £150 thanks to Ruth Clare. And last week we had Pete Dunkerley, Ian MacDonald, Fluff, Kath Birch and the lovely Julie, all sending me money for the sticks. And I hope you all got your sticks okay. And just remember, guys, they'll keep doing this right through until December. I will auction off things, and I will do little things to put up to sell, to try and raise money to see how much we can get up until maybe a week before Christmas, and then we'll probably decide how we're going to do it. Last year the lucky lady was Julie Holdsworth, who got £1,000, and the year before was young Robson, who got the decks and the speakers and the mixer and everything. So let's keep it going, and you can donate any time you want. Just put it into my PayPal or my bank, and always put in the reference Secret Santa. If you want to just donate a $5 or whatever, just whenever you can, whenever you get paid or things like that, it's up to you. But it's going to run and run and run, and then I'll keep telling you the total. Like Ian and Pete sent me in 20 quid instead of 15. Was it a tenner? Can't remember. 15 it was supposed to be, and they sent me in, so that's an extra tenner. So keep it up, guys. Next up, Mr. Jeff Campbell has selected The Whispers. This is called Needle in a Haystack.
Searching
Cheers, Johnny.
Is it possible in this wicked world? Is it possible? Find a little faithfulness in just one sweet girl. Is it faithfulness? It's so hard to find. Like peace of mind, it's like trying to find.
Get your glasses on, Georgie.
Somebody show me mercy, yeah. Just wanna see my sweet baby. In the beginning, there was man. And God made a woman to bring comfort to him. Comfort our need, yeah. It's so hard to find. Like peace of mind, it's like trying to find.
You're expert now.
Show me mercy, mercy, mercy. Just wanna see my sweet baby. What's this world coming to now, baby? Somebody give me peace, yeah. Searching wanna see, yeah. There are those who journey far. In search of
Cheers,
their
everybody.
way
I'll let you know later.
Finding it, you know,
A
it's so
cocktail.
hard to do. It's like watching someone trying to.
Been a Bells playlist.
Somebody show me mercy, yeah. Just wanna see my sweet baby. Know I get mad at people, yeah. Because I'm a woman, I can be.
What's the Bells playlist? I don't know. Never heard of the Bells. Enlighten me, Joey. The Whispers and Needle in a Haystack, sent in by our good friend down there in Nottingham, Mr. Jeff Campbell. Now we move down to Witness, where you'll find Mr. Cocky Caw, who's also out tonight. This is the Etta Jeans. The number called You Got It.
The love I did. If anyone can make me jump off the grassy bridge, if anyone got the sweet love I want, throw it on me stronger and keep me at home. You got it. You got it. Ooh, you got it, baby.
Oh, you mean Sean Nevins playlist. Yeah, Sean's a good guy.
Grass looks green on the other side of the fence. But ain't going nowhere, 'cause I got good sense.
Good to know, Julie.
Ain't nothing out there in the street that I want. Whatever I need, I get it right at home. You got it. You got it. You got it. And I need it. I don't need no medicine when I'm feeling ill. My man fills my prescription without a single pill. I don't need no other man when I'm feeling low. My man's got all I need and a little bit more. You got it. Oh. You got it. And I need it. If anyone got the love I need, oh, I can make my little heart at ease. If anyone got everything that I want, baby, I don't wanna have to go 20 miles. I know you got it, baby, you got it, you got it, and I need it. Oh, you got it, baby, I need it. Baby, you got it, and I need it. Oh, you got it, and I need it. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, the great Etta James and You Got It, sent in by our good friend down there in Witness, Mr. Corky Caw. Next up, She's in the living room, pouring cocktails, getting all the drinks mixed up. I'll end up gassed tonight. Drinking her Budweiser, because she couldn't get any Tennent's lager. And she didn't wear her glasses. But tonight, Gorgeous Georgie has selected the Tramps. This is called Love Forever. Taking you back to the sound of 1977. That's not a good idea, Jay. I take it you never made it to Toulouse, Jane and Tom, to see the lovely Julian here. Excuse me, boy. Keep it on. How's your work going? Okay, pal? Good man. Mr. Alec McBride. Send our love to the lovely Pat. Hope she's snuggled up in bed. classic sound of the Tramps and Love Forever from 1977, selected tonight by a gorgeous Georgie herself. Now, just a little update on some of the gigs coming up. I haven't got any in September, but I've got 3 in October. And we start off with the Scarborough Weekender in October. I've still got 3 tickets left. If anybody later on would like to go, then let me know. I still have 3 tickets left. It's a fantastic weekender down in Scarborough at the Spa in Scarborough. Julie's going, and I think a few others are going to Scarborough. It's a great weekend, run by the same guys that do Bridlington. And then on the 18th of October, we are at the JD's function room down there in Haydock. They've actually added Chris Box to the DJ lineup with, I can't remember, Lady Diane, I think it is, another lady that's DJing as well, and myself down in Haydock, and that's on the 18th with Delegation, the funk band from the 80s, doing a live set. Now, I know Ian McDonald's also got something on when the what do you call it, on the Scarborough Weekender, but Ian posts up, and I put it on the Soul Family page. If you're not going to Scarborough, then I suggest you go to Ian's thing, which is all in need of some charity thing that he's doing. I think it's on the 11th of September. And then at the end of September, I'm going down to a place called Morecambe. Yes, that's what it was. Just trying to think of the name. I'm going to a place called Morecambe, where I'm going to do a 60th birthday party for a young gentleman who phoned me the other week and wanted me to go down and do a function for him down there in Morecambe, and that is on the 25th of October. So that keeps you up to date with what's going on. Next up, Mr. Tom Thompson. I don't know if Tom's working or not. It's Motown for Macmillan. That's why it is that Ian's running on the 11th September. Ian will put up a post up on the page, and I will put it on the Soul Family page. If you're not going to Scarborough, then I suggest you go to Ian's thing. Mr. Tom Thompson, is he working or is he home? Because he has chosen the great Darryl Fletcher. This is called Changing by the Minute.
Changing by the minute.
What's that guy that just takes me? What's that?
I'm changing. Changing by the minute.
Good evening, Mr. Corky Carr and the lovely Shaz Corr. Good evening, Mr. Longfar. I think he's having problems getting on to Mixcloud. Try the link on my page at the bottom of the post. Try that. So, I don't know why you're having problems getting on, mate. Looks like a good afternoon, Cocky. Tom he's just in. Yeah, look good, Cocky. Darryl Fletcher and Changing by the Minute, sent in by our good friend down there in Nuneaton. I think they've moved, but I think they'll maybe still be in the same area. And Changing by the Minute by Darryl Fletcher, sent in by Mr. Tom Thompson. Next up, we go down to Brinnington in Stockport, where you'll find Mr. Philip Kerr, who has selected the great Willie Hutch. And I'm lucky to be loved by you.
My days full of laughter, my heart's full of love. Everything I do has all been inspired by you. Finding true love for someone, I wanna thank the Lord for helping me to discover. Oh, such a very special lover. I know I'm lucky to be loved by you. I know I'm lucky to be loved by you. Hey, look at me, and here's what you see. A man who's been introduced to pure ecstasy. Life's a ball, y'all, and that's no jive. I used to wish I were dead, now I'm so glad to be alive. Because heartaches for all. I used to wake up in the morning too. But now they've all been erased, or they've all been replaced with something sweet as mother's love. Oh, bless from up above. I know I've been lucky to be loved by you, baby. Yeah, I know I'm lucky to be loved by you.
Yeah, good luck with that, Ian. If you need raffle prizes for it, Ian, let me know and I'll get send you something down, mate. Yeah, the great Willie Hutch and Lucky to be Loved by You. So look at the time. It's 20:30, which is 8:30. And what I've started going to do is try to find new tunes. So I'm going to play them if I can find them. Some weeks there might not be one, and some weeks there might be two. Like last week, we done the last 2 weeks, we done the 4 new tracks from Riker Records. And I've just had a message from Colin to tell me that the new releases that went on pre-order sale on Friday, the demos, which there's only 55 pressed, are all sold out. But I think you're still able to get the issues if you're still after them. I know Dave Bennett and Corky and a few others have all bought the Riker Records. They're very much sought after now. I knew they would go this way, and I knew a lot of DJs would jump on the bandwagon with them. And as I said earlier, we found this lovely lady through Shaz Kaur, who sent in a request 2-3 weeks ago, and she done this brand new track, and it was filmed and videoed in the Brinnington Labour Club, I believe, right where Philip Kerr lives, and that's where Philip drinks as well, I believe. So I'm going to call it TeeBee's Monster Tune. It was played last week because Shaz Kaur had requested it last week, but this week it's my monster tune. This is the lovely Brooke Coombe, and how can I tell you to love this? coming out in vinyl in November. For all you DJs out there.
If you only knew what your silence put me through.
TeeBee's Monster Tunes.
When you let me down, said you can but you don't know how. Baby, how can I tell you how to love me more?
She's actually playing at King Tut's on the 17th of December, and I'm going.
How can I tell you how to love me more if you don't try? If only you could keep the promises that I believe. You should hang your head in shame if you think my life's okay.
Come on, Rachel. King Tut's in Glasgow, 17th of December. Nice one, Con. Baby. I think it'll be so catchy. I love it. Brooke Coombe. How can I tell you? It's going to be massive. And I suggest you look her up on Facebook. She's a very, very funny young lady, this. She just put a video up today. As I say, she's touring in America. And she put a video up today. I think Ian sent me it. Whereas some of the people were coming up and kissing her. And she didn't like it. She wasn't along and telling them. But hook her up. She's on Facebook, and she's also got her own business page and everything. But I'll keep you up to date with all that she's doing, and she's quite a good artist to follow. I love upcoming artists, especially Scottish ones, because she's got the broad Scottish accent. She's really good. But she can sing, that girl. I love it. Next up, we go down to a place called Skegness, and remember, my wee pal Russ Hill just phoned me today and told me that he has sold 550 tickets for the Skegness Weekender at the Three Monkeys in January 2026. It's at the 31st of January for the whole weekend, and I'm playing at all different rooms. So if you fancy going to the Skegness Weekender, I suggest you start getting your tickets, because I think his ceiling is about 6 or 650 tickets, and once that gets to that ceiling, then there won't be any more tickets left. So if you're thinking, it's not until next January, if you're thinking of coming to the Skegness Weekender, then get online. You can get them through Skiddle, you can get them through me. Russ said to me, if anybody asks you for tickets, Tam, I can send you tickets. So if you're thinking about going to the Skegness Weekender, then let me know. I can get you tickets. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. And this man's going to be there with his lovely wife Val. This is Velvet Love by Symphony of Dreams from 1975 from Mr. Dave Rimmer. Right, it's a ska weekend. You're welcome, Dave. Symphony of Dreams from 1975, sent in by my good friend down in Skegness, Mr. Dave Rimmer. Next up we go... Sorry, Georgie?
Groggy's asking how much the tickets are.
I think they're 40 now, Groggy. They were £30 early bird tickets, but I think they're up to 40 quid now for the weekend, mate. And we're all staying at the North Shore Premier Inn. There's 2 Premier Inns, so make sure you're on the North Shore one, where all the Soul family are staying anyway. And apparently they're quite cheap for the weekend, so, but get in early, and as I say, get your tickets early. It's not until next year, so everybody's got Christmas and New Year by with, and then we can all have a big party at the end of January. That's Skegness. Next up, we go up down to Carlisle, where you'll find the BT man himself, Mr. Martin Taggart, doing a bit of plasterboarding tonight. We're selecting a classic from Patrice Rushen. Haven't you heard? course. Hey, welcome, Martin. I love to listen. Russian and Haven't You Heard, sent in by my good friend down there in Carlisle, Mr. Martin Taggart. Keep dabbing, Martin. Next up, we go down to a place called Stoke-on-Trent, where you'll find Mr. John Birch, who has selected Sydney Joe Quails. And I don't do this.
Check this out. I never met a girl as sweet as you, that I wanna do all these things to. Ooh, baby, you're so sweet.
What beer, Georgia?
You know you bring out the freak in me. Well, I don't do this every girl that I need. No, it's just that you're so sweet, and I can't help myself, and I'm falling.
Miss Sharon Carr, listening to the show, Cocky.
I swear to you, girl, this is my first time. Ooh, baby, you're so fine.
I've said too many GDs.
You just makes me a beast. Please don't think back, on me, 'cause I don't do this to every girl.
You're welcome, John.
Not just living down on the street. No, I can't help myself, 'cause I'm falling in love. I'm so weak, yeah.
Just I was hoping I was getting something earlier.
Some guys say this will never do. I used to say the same things too.
You sure did, Johnny boy.
All I wanted was the hug and kiss, but now I see what I missed. Now I don't do this.
Left ear drum.
Thank you, Georgia.
Hi everybody. What about the tunes tonight?
No, I can't help myself, 'cause I'm falling in love. I'm so weak. Now I don't do this. Every girl that I need, no, it's just that you're so sweet, and I can't help myself, 'cause I'm falling in love. I'm so weak for you, baby, and I'm free for you. Nothing I wouldn't do, 'cause I can't help myself. I'm in love with you. I wanna do some things to you that I never thought that I would do. Make myself feel, let me whisper in your ear.
Right, Cocky. Sydney Joe Quails, and I don't do this. sent in by Mr. John Birch down there in Stoke. Next up, we go down to a place called Ashby, down in Scunthorpe, where you'll find the fantastic Mr. Alec McBride and his lovely wife Pat. And Alec tonight has selected the Exciters. Remember them? This is called Take a Look Back Through History. She's going strong. Tell her it's our youth club 3 before 8 next week, Corky. And I want a story. Corky. Exciters and Take a Look Back Through History, sent in by our good friend down there in Ashby, Mr. Alec McBride. Next up, he's on holiday in Lanzarote with his lovely wife Donna, but tonight Mr. Phil Story has selected the Gorillas. This is called Lottie Roller.
Well, it's early in the morning. Well, when I rise, well, it's early in the morning.
Scratchy.
Well, when I rise, Lord, Mama,
Linda likes
I get
scratchy.
a funny aching feeling in my right side. Well, in my right side, Lord, Mama, in my right side. Well, I get a funny aching feeling in my right side. Well, the rocks and gravel make a solid road, Lord, Mama. The rocks and gravel make a solid road. Well,
was there a chat up like Johnny?
Well, the woodpeck pecked this morning at school. I was told Lordy Mama. Well, he pecked so hard, well, until his pecker got so well. Well, Lord, Lordy Ruler. Well, Lord, Lordy Ruler. Well, Lord, Lordy Ruler. For I just love you well.
Gorillas and Lordy Roller, sent in by our good friend Mr. Phil Story from Hull, but presently in Lanzarote. And he did explain to me that they've probably not got very good internet to get to the show tonight, so they will get it on catch up tomorrow. Next up, we go down to a place called Breary Hill in the West Midlands. And before we go there, Mr. Rob Fat, did you manage to get the show? I believe Rob was having problems trying to get on the show. I don't know why, everybody else seems to get on okay. But if you can hear me, Rob, or just let me know, send me a message and I'll send you the link, see if that helps. The lovely Linda Haycock and her loving husband Dave, down there in Breary Hill. Linda has selected Ray Cole. She's going to find herself another man. Well, I can, Dave.
And you didn't even have a change of clothes. I pay house rent for you to keep you from sleeping from door to door. Now you got 15 cents in your pocket, you don't recognize me no more. Now I know you weren't in love with nobody, and all you're trying to get over was something for yourself. I know you weren't in love with nobody, you were just trying to get over for yourself.
I remember Brookie Weaver. I love your Brookie Weaver.
I think I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah, I like it too. Ray Cole and Find Myself Another Man, sent in by the lovely Linda Haycock down there in the West Midlands. And nearly said it. But I stopped myself. I'm getting good at it. That's not bad. Last one before we have TeeBee's Motown 3. This one comes from Mr. John Grogan. This is George Soul. a number from 1973 called Get Involved.
All you silent majority that hasn't been speaking out. Yeah, y'all stand up right now and start running your mouth. Tell them about it. You keep talking about the world and that we need a change. That gummy, all you do is sit on your you know what and never do a thing. Oh, if you really want to see a change, then you need to turn your heart. You ought to get involved. Yeah, get up, get involved. Yeah, get involved. Now you keep talking about the politicians singing the same old notes. Yeah, when the election comes around, you're the main one that won't go out and vote. People in poverty, they don't seem to worry you. No, you ain't never been hungry. Hey, you got your long Cadillac in your fabric, and you know you can't lose. Oh, if you really want to see a change, then you need to turn your heart. You ought to get involved. Yeah, get up, get involved. Yeah, get involved. All the poor man works his fingers right down to the bone. Yes, it does. Oh, and when he gets through with his check, now he has enough to feed his family at home. Sad thing. So Tyler knows it. Keep on saying we're gonna overcome. Yes, I am. Yeah, they got the poor man's money in his pocket and his woman in his arms. The hypocrite, y'all. Oh, if you really want to see a change, then you need to turn your heart. You ought to get involved. Yeah, get involved. Yeah, all your mothers, get up, get involved. All your brothers.
George Soul and Get Involved from 1973, sent in by our good friend down there in Turmorden, Mr. John Grogan. Great tune. We now come to, look at that, 2 minutes past 9, I'm late. Come to TeeBee's Motown 3. And all these Motown 3s are all going on, when I play them for the next few weeks as well, I add them to the stick, if you're wanting the stick, for the Secret Santa. There's 170 odd on it already. But tonight I've just went for the unreleased stuff. Stompin' Motown. And I'm going to kick it off with Barbara Randolph. My love is your love forever. Unreleased from 1966. You're welcome, Dougie.
See
Barbara Randolph and My Love Is Your Love Forever. Number 1 on TeeBee's Motown 3. This next one, I mean, the very famous band, the Four Tops, one of the top class Motown bands, as we all know. And they've done a lot of album stuff a wee back in the 60s. And then people started finding their tracks, album tracks, that were really good and repressing them. Like this one that I'm going to play next was from one of the greatest hits albums. I don't know how many they've done a few, but this was actually on the Motown label, and then other labels started picking it up, like Probe, I think, brought it out on release on 45, but originally it was an album track that was never released on 45, and it's called Sweet Understanding Love from the Four Tops.
Tell the whole world I love you, yeah. Stick out your hand and pick me up. Nourish me from the loving cup, with a love that fills me up till my cup runneth over with your sweet understanding love, undemanding love, and it's sure enough love. Hey baby, sweet.
Who's that? Sharon Lee. Don't know you, Shaz.
Rescued me from the underground.
How many GDs have you got? I'm not talking to you for 1 2 minutes.
Look at me, I'm a brand new man. With you a part of my master plan. Now I'm ready to take a stand, 'cause you made me a winner with your sweet understanding love.
You're going home, Shaz.
It's sure enough love.
Are you on your way home?
Sweet and undying love, undenying love, and it's sure enough love. Hey baby, L is for the new love you gave me when I thought mine was through. L-O-V-E love. Oh, it's for the
Album tracks. Never got a release till somebody like Neil Rustin picked it up and then released it on Probe.
Understanding love, undemanding love, and it's sure enough love. Hey baby, sweet and undying love, undenying love, and it's sure enough love. Hey baby, sweet.
Yeah, from one of their greatest hits albums, the fantastic sound of the Four Tops was TeeBee's number 2 on his Motown 3. And this final one comes from the man himself, Mr. Marvin Gaye. And this was never ever discovered. This is one of those tracks that was called Lost and Found. And I believe somebody done an album and they called it Lost and Found, Motown Lost and Found. And this was put on it. Now since then, Marvin recorded it a way back in 1964, and since then other people have picked up on it and had it copied and had it repressed onto 45, but this was never ever released, and I don't know why. I wish I was there with Berry Gordy when he was making these decisions, just to say, get a grip, man, will you? Here it is, called Hanging On. Robo.
Even if it kills me, I'm gonna treat my baby right. Yeah, gonna treat her right. She's dead alone.
Sure, that's great. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph.
She just seems to know how to make me
Thank you, Terry.
make me feel like a king. I'm telling you, brother, I ain't giving up a doggone thing. Oh, I'm hanging on.
Thank you, Linda.
Be wise, so too.
Thank you, David Murray.
If you got a woman
Thank you, Casper.
that's half as good as you.
Thank you, Julie. Cheers, Susie.
Look at me. I'll have to get a one than me. 'Cause I got a woman.
Cheers, Robert.
Got a woman who's crazy about me.
Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Johnny.
No, don't let go. I'd be so crazy. Never let my baby go.
Thank you, David Murray.
Yeah, when it costs me.
Thank you, Ian.
I love
Cheers,
you
Colin.
so. I'll keep working, baby.
Cheers, Jake Gruggy.
Cause I know she's waiting. I won't be alone. I'm hanging on.
Yeah, what a tune. And I've got a confession to make because that tune was actually requested on this show many, many years ago by a young lady called Maisie Moo, better known to us as Maisie K. And wee Maisie, when she was really into her soul music, sent in some great tracks, and that was one of them. But now she's went down the indie route, as they do as teenagers. But just to let you know that Maisie did request that many, many years ago. And I looked into it today and I found out that it was an unreleased track that was found many years later. I think it was 1999 before they found it. And it was recorded in 1964. Thanks for all your fantastic comments. I'll keep it going. All these TeeBee's Motown 3s are going on sticks. And it's up to you guys to buy them. All you have to do is message me. I think $13.65. That covers the postage, and £10 goes to the Secret Santa. And I'll do the sticks for you. So let's get on with the next request, which comes from our good friend down in Ossett, Mr. Robert Furness. This is the great Bobby Hutton. Loving you, needing you.
Can't stop, can't stop. I just can't stop. Can't stop, can't stop. Loving you. No matter what
You probably played it a few times, Susie. You're welcome, Robert. Robert's a big fan. Good luck, Cocky. Love it. Bobby Hutton and Loving You, Needing You, sent in by our good friend Mr. Robert Furness down there in Ossett. We now move up to Dunfermline, where you'll find the lovely Susie Kay. This is Little Shy Guy in the Hot Rods and My Little Baby.
My little baby, she makes me feel so fine.
Oh yeah.
I like a fish on a hook. I'm hanging on a line. But I'm so glad she's mine, all mine. I don't mean baby, she takes me for a whirl. She's the sweet as sugar in the whole world. Yes, she's my baby, and she's my girl.
Good luck, you Cocky.
Early in the morning, she's my baby. Early in the evening, I don't mean baby, she's the sweetest little girl in the world. My little baby, she makes me feel so fine. I like a fish on a hook.
Leave the lane shots.
I'm hanging on a line, but I'm so glad that she's mine, all mine.
Get that mutated. You're welcome, Susie. Little Shy Guy in the Hot Rods, My Little Baby, sent in by the lovely Susie Kay up there in Dunfermline. This next one comes from Fluff over there in Turquia. This is Sharon Scott, Putting My Heart Under Lock and Key. Sunday, Groggy. Take care, pal. No nice hat, Cocky. He's not got the Scottish voice for way. Sharon Scott and Putting My Heart Under Lock and Key, sent in by the lovely Fluff Johnson over there in Tequila. Next up, we go down to Nuneaton, where you'll find the lovely Jane Thompson, who has selected The Times, and here she comes. Happy birthday to Mon Fluff. Sweet little bitch, baby. I think that she is. She's a girl I'm trying to meet. Here she comes walking down the street. Some blood to my mum. On that The Times, and here she comes, sent in by the lovely Jane Blundy Thompson. Next up, we go down to Scunthorpe, where you'll find the great Ian MacDonald, who has selected Inez and Charlie Fox. And Radia, I love you. Happy birthday Tuesday, 89. Well, you're on the couch. You're on the couch, I think, Cocky. You'll be in the shade for the morning. That's like, anyway. Lady over there in Sorrento. Your tracks went down well, pal, and I'll get that CD out to you this week. I didn't know if you'd get internet or not, but a lot of people loved your tunes tonight. Good to know that you got on eventually on the internet. But enjoy your holiday, lady. Thanks for sending in your 3 tunes, pal. Next up, we go up to Dundee, where you'll find the lovely Dave and Marion Bennett, who have selected Cliff Bennett and the Rebel Rousers.
I was alone, I took a ride, I didn't know what I would find.
Gotta get you into my life, so selected by Marion Bennett.
Maybe I could see another kind of man. Ooh, and I said,
you're welcome, lady.
Ooh, did I tell you I need you every single day of my life? You didn't run, you didn't lie, you knew I wanted just to hold you.
You're welcome, Dave. Smiley faces.
If you're gone, you knew in time we meet again, for I told you. Ooh, you were meant to be near me. Ooh, and I want you to hear me say we'll be together every day. I got to get you into my life. What can I do? What can I be when I'm with you? I wanna stay there. If I'm true, I'll never leave, and if I do, I know the way there. Ooh, you were meant to be near me. Ooh,
I believe you, Shaz.
to hear me say we'll be together every day. I got to get you into my life.
You're welcome, Dave and Marion. Don't sing it, Shaz.
I got to get you into my life. I was alone, I took a ride, I didn't know what I would find there. Nothing wrong with baby, I could see another kind of man there.
No chance.
The second that I see you, did I tell her that I need you? Every single day of my life, I need you, baby.
Cliff Bennett and the Rebel Rousers and Got to Get You Into My Life. Sent in by lovely Marion Bennett up there in Dundee. This next one comes from the lovely Kath Butts down in Stoke. Fantastic band called The Dells. Remember them?
Lately, babe, I've been thinking
This is called Love Stays On My Mind.
how good it was when you were here.
No domestics on the show, Corky, please.
And the one that
Just get on the couch, will you?
for once I feel my head spin. But early this morning, when I opened my eyes, the old lonesome feeling took me by surprise. I guess you meant more than I realized. The love that stays on my mind. The love we had. The love that stays on my mind.
You're welcome, Kath. Thank you.
And pretty girl, I've been remembering the good times that we used to share. My thoughts of you don't have
Don't your phone off, Georgie.
and memories of you are
Don't your phone off.
everywhere. But why should I tell you?
Sharon, come on.
It's not your concern. You win some, you lose some. I must learn. It's just that I'm so lonely, with no place to turn. And here at the end, the love we had stays on my mind. And if you were near So I lay down to dream a while. And lately I've been so uninspired without the comfort of your smile. But I'm not complaining, 'cause that's how it goes. There's always somebody in this world, I suppose. But you can't imagine, nobody knows. Love stays on my mind, stays on my mind, stays on my mind. I never will forget you, baby. It stays on my mind. How can I tell you? It stays on my mind. No, 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 no. It stays on my mind. Never will forget you, baby. It stays on my mind. It's so long without your love. It stays on my mind. I want you, baby. It stays on my mind. I want you, baby. It stays on my
Soul, baby. Sound of the Dells. And Love Stays on My Mind. Sent in by the lovely Kath Butts down there in Stoke. This next guy has been named as the new Marvin Gaye. He goes by the name of Mr. October London. This is called She Keeps Calling. Sent in by the lovely Lady Fiona over there in Cartagena. Okay, got you.
She gave me a key to her door. Now she got me coming back for more, more. Yeah. It's time to give you.
Yes, it has got you.
Calling me. She gave me a key to her door. Now she got me coming back for more, more. She gave me a key to her door. Now she got me coming back for more, more. You took me in. Oh, been there and done that. She gave me a key to her door. Now she got me coming back for more, more. She gave me a key to her door. Now she got me coming back for more, more.
That's it, October London. And She Keeps Calling. Sent in by the lovely Lady Fiona over there in Cartagena. Next up, we have the lovely Donna Story, who's over in Lanzarote. But she wanted this played. This is Jimmy Jones. 3921 40 Shape.
You're such a sight to see. You're the girl for me. You set my soul on fire, filling my heart with one desire, wanting to be with you.
mate, Mike. Right, if you're left, doesn't he?
I love it, my cocktail. Cocktails went right to my head. I'm dancing the night. Tunes are fab the night.
Get dirty. Moving the couch.
Scott in the couch.
I got you the shade.
It's in the shed. I'm glad I'm not in the shed.
Jimmy Jones, 39, 21, 40, sheep. Sent in by the lovely Donna Story on holiday over there in Lanzarote. And I hope you have a fantastic holiday, you and Phil. Next up, we go down to Anderton, where you'll find Mr. Colin Wignall with his wee dog Betsy. And he's selected Bill Withers.
A man we passed just tried to stare me down.
Who is he?
And when I looked at you, you looked at the ground.
And what is he to you?
I don't know who he is, but I think that you do. That gummit, who is he and what is he to you? I have something in my heart and in your eyes. Tell me he's not someone just passing by. And when you cleared your throat, was that your cue? That commenter, who is he and what is he to you? Now when I add the sum of you and me, I get confused and I keep coming up with three. You're too much for one man, but not enough for two. That commenter, who is he and what is he to you? Well, you tell me men don't have much intuition. No, no. Is that what you really think of? Or are you wishing before you wreck your old home?
Thank you, Colin.
That commenter, who is he and what is he to you? That commenter, who is he and what is he to you? That commenter, who is he and what is he
Bill Withers. Who is he and what is he to you? Sent in by my good friend down there in Anderton, Mr. Colin Wignall. This next one comes from Mr. Dave Bennett, and Dave has selected a new track by Enely Blue. It's called Fire in My Veins.
It's wildfire.
Bit of Aretha there.
Felt a flicker when you said my name. Now my chest is rising like a runaway flame. Ain't no cool water gonna tame this heat. Got a fire in my veins and it's skipping beats. Didn't see you coming like a spark in the wind. Now I'm smoldering deep, burning under my skin. No rhyme, no reason, just heat on repeat. You lit something wild and I can't find my feet. There's a fire in my veins, it's taking control. Running through my body, burning up my soul. It don't ask permission, don't knock or explain. Baby, what you started is a fire in my veins. Tried to cool it down, Lord knows I tried, but your kiss keeps boiling on the inside. A fever I'm wearing, but I ain't in pain. It's sweet and it's wicked, that fire in my veins. You ain't gasoline and I ain't wood, but we both know this burn feels too damn good. A slow ignition, a lover's refrain. Now I'm dancing through embers with your name in my flame. There's a fire in my veins.
Hey, Cocky.
In July,
Enjoy the couch.
taking every reason, leaving just a high. It's wild, it's holy, it won't be chained. I'm yours complete.
I did know 112. DJ Grip
With
still
this
there.
fire in my veins.
Julie Wright still there. Hi Julie.
Don't cool it down.
Your track's on last.
Don't throw no rain. I'm made for this. I crave
Hi Shaz.
flame. She's alive in the fire of your name. Fire in my veins.
Brilliant, I love that, Dave. Great track. Enely Blue and Fire in My Veins, sent in by a good friend up there in Dundee, Mr. Dave Bennett. We go down to Glossop now, where you'll find the lovely Carol with the loving husband Pete. And this is Carol's choice. This is the Naturels and Show Me the Way.
Show me the way, show me the way. I'll follow you, I'll follow you. Go anywhere that you want, that you want.
One more request to come from the lovely Julie Wright. If I have not played your request, please tell me now.
Is up
Picturelles and Show Me the Way, sent in by the lovely Carol Dunkerley. And we come to the final request of the evening, which comes from the lovely Julie Wright over there in the Pyrenees. And I don't know how many of you are watching the transition from Julie and Ian building their homestead over in France, but it's absolutely amazing what they've been doing in the past year, and what they've done and what they've achieved in the past year. And all their videos are up on YouTube if you'd like to catch up. I usually put them onto the page, but it's absolutely fantastic what they're doing over there, and I love them to bits. And they've got 2 grandkids, and one's called Tom, and one's called, what's the wee girl's name from The Good Life? Margot. And I love it, man. And the chickens. I definitely coming next year. I'm definitely coming over to Toulouse next year.
Until the house is built.
We're going to wait until the house is built, but we're definitely going to go over, because I mean, I just love them to bits. And the lovely Julie Wright tonight has selected Peggy Gaines, When a Boy That You Love. One of my favourite tunes. Thank you, guys. Take your laugh, Bugsy. One of my faves, Peggy Gaines and When the Boy That You Love, sent in by the lovely Julie Wright over there in the Pyrenees in Toulouse, over there in France. And if you get the chance to watch the videos, guys, fantastic what they've done. And I'm definitely going next year. Once the house is built, we're going to go over and visit. And it's just fantastic. I love what they do, and I love their whole family. It's just brilliant. So that concludes all the requests for the evening. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for all sending in all your requests. There was 44 requests tonight, which is great. You've got to keep sending in the requests to keep the show going. Some fantastic tracks on the show tonight, as everybody has mentioned. P.S. Night, Corky.
Good night for the day.
I can get your bed cocky. So we finish with the greatest song that was ever made. This is the Deep House mix from 2020 of the great Marvin Gaye's What's Going On. Another fantastic show, guys. Thank you all for your contributions to the show and sending in your requests. Good night, Robert and Lynn. Take care. We will see you all again next week. Same time, same place. Good night, Colin and Betsy. Take care, guys. Good night, Mr. Dave Rimmer and Val. Good night, Mr. Johnny Wood and the lovely Jelly Wood down there in Barnsley. One life, live it. Seen that in the car the other day, Johnny. Good night, Rochelle. Take care, darling. See you in October. Good night, Mr. Keith K. Don't work too hard. Good night, Fluff. Have a good birthday in the morning. Good night, Linda. Take care. Stay safe. Tell David said hi. Look at it, Cocky. Good night, David Murray. Great tune tonight. Thank you. Do you know you've got to find a way to bring some love in the day? We don't need to escalate. Get the video on, Alec. Go and look after her. Good night, pal. Take care. Yeah, they're all over the place. People keep sending me pictures, Johnny. Good night, Julie, and all the Jews with the Soul Patrol, and the Holzer family. Good night, Susie. Take care, darling. Good night, cocky pal. Take care. Have a good week. Good night, Susie. Remember, if you're wanting the TeeBee's Motown 3 sticks, message me please. Ooh, there, the jazz. Oh, amazing. Connor's here as well, the boyfriend. Oh, no. Scarlet O'Hara. personality. We keep telling them to retire, but they'll not listen. Still thinks he's a young thing, that cocky. So that's it, folks, for another Sunday night, and thank you for your time, sending in all your requests, and your fantastic banter on the show. As always, it makes people's Sunday nights more enjoyable, and it's all thanks to you guys for picking the tunes. I'll be here next week, same time, same place, Mixcloud, 7 o'clock. Good night, and you all take care.